Welcome to another edition of News Bites here on Daily World Television. My name is Kal Korff and I'm your host. In the United States, American President Donald Trump has suffered yet another setback in his attempts to get his agenda and new laws passed. You must remember that his executive orders covering illegal immigrants have failed in court several times now. This includes his second rewritten executive order, which was supposedly designed to pass the smell test with the court. Well, now there's another huge issue, and that is the so-called repealing of ObamaCare. Now, let's review a few things because the media doesn't seem to be talking about this a lot, and it's important to understand what has happened and, most importantly, why it has happened. When Donald Trump ran for president, he repeatedly promised the world that he was going to repeal Obamacare because he describes it as a disaster, quote unquote. And he said what he's going to do is replace it with something better. That means something cheaper, something more inclusive. It's supposed to be better all the way around. Yet the bill that Trump tried to get passed by the Republican-controlled Congress, which failed, was nothing even close to what he promised. In fact, according to the Congressional Budget Office, millions of people would lose their coverage under Trump's supposed improved version of healthcare. More importantly, 400 of the richest families in the United States would receive hundreds of millions of dollars in tax credits or tax deductions. Trump himself, according to one estimate, would save some $2 million a year in taxes, although that's a bit debatable. So, the effort to repeal Obamacare has failed. The Republicans have egg on their face. Trump is embarrassed. He's failing. He's learning what it's like not to be king. And they now have to go back and try to do it again. Not a single Democrat voted for repealing Obamacare, just like it was only Democrats and not a single Republican who voted for Obamacare. So this is kind of payback in the other direction. So where does this leave things now? It leaves Obamacare intact, in place for the foreseeable future. Trump is now licking his wounds and is saying, well, since Obamacare is imploding on its own anyway, it's, he says, in their best interest, meaning the Republicans' best interest, to let Obamacare crash and burn itself out, and then he says the Democrats will come to him and want to cut a deal. Good luck with that.